Yo, what's up guys? This is Sean Tan and today we are in ZEHN residence, Bangsar. A little bit about ZEHN, right? It's located in Jalan Pantai, where it's next to a medical center and it's next to one of the main TMB stations around KL center lah. So it's pretty controversial when it first came out, but it looks super good. So we're gonna go check it out today and see you guys. If you can see, right, so this is the entrance of ZEHN residence and next to it is already the entrance for Pantai Hospital, and you can see how heavy the traffic is, as you see. So it's pretty, so that's the number one thing of the things that you need to know when you look into this building itself. Pretty prime, but then you look at the traffic, it's pretty scary. Like just trying to cross the road is also scary. Woo.
Once again.
What's up guys, we are now just in the lift lobby and you can see the age of the building based on the window design. So there's still this kind of windows, which is pretty awesome. And although the window is very small, but the entire lift lobby seems to be relatively bright without any lighting going on. And the corridor is amazing. So just thing to note that when I came in, the security guard didn't let me use my camera, so I'm using my handphone instead. But I do understand, because I realized that the energy here is very different, where there's a lot of VIPs and you just look at cars and you look at the profile of people using the space. It's terribly good, I mean that way. And so I understand, and I will not film security sensitive things. Yeah, okay. Ciao, let's go see the unit. Okay, we are now in the unit, and the first thing you will see, is that there's a foyer. So a foyer where it's an arrival for your guests. And this is where you will also put your shoe rack and things like that. And already there's a powder room, or we call it a guest toilet lah. So okay, so all have this kind of countertop that I like, and well-made basin. So it's called a okay. So after going to the toilet, then there's another door that enters to the space.
If that were so, the best conductors would be those who played fastest. Say, when dancing, you don't aim at a particular spot in the room. That's where you should arrive. The whole point of the dancing is the dance.
Okay, located right next to the living room will be the kitchen itself. And the kitchen, it's as mentioned by the agent herself, is that it's designed by a chef that is quite famous lah. I don't know. And this is the yard space. So I was wondering, what is this little pocket here? This little pocket is actually for herbs planting. So you can actually put soil, you can actually put pots or whatever. You can actually plant your herbs, and there's daylight to actually nurture them. This is then the maid's room, maid's toilet, and this is another thing that a lot of units now don't have, which is another access out to the corridor. So some people at that level, the more atas level, they don't want maid to, when they work halfway and there's guests in the house, they walk past by the guests to throw rubbish. It's not very pleasant. So they have another access outwards where the maid can just, after your cooking and all, they just take the rubbish and throw outside. Pretty logic. So in kitchen, there's dry and there's wet. So wet kitchen is where you have the basin on this side that is very reachable, and you can actually turn this side to actually cook. So there's because due to space constraint in modern designs, right, you no longer have luxury spaces like this to actually go around for your kitchen itself. So if you can see, this one is the study room, and again with its balcony. Moving on to storage space, which is pretty handy if you have a family of a lot of members. Then going to the master bedroom. One main observation that I noticed is really the window sizes are huge, and every room has view. Every room is well lit, even the kitchen, even the study room, even the kitchen back area where the yard spaces is also lit by daylight. So that's a very good, which it makes the room even bigger. Okay, so let's check out the master bathroom, and you can see there's a tub and the shower screen and the WC basins, two for him and for her. So you husband and wife won't Also, one thing to take note is that a lot of toilet and a lot of storage space. So every room has this enormous piece of wardrobe, and then public toilets, and then rooms again. On top of that, you still have external storage, because living together in a family, you will have a lot of stuff. So this is the study area, and if you can see, it's very bright. So in total, this unit is 2,700 square feet, 4 bedrooms, right? Yeah, 4 bedrooms and 5 toilets. I think the numbers don't matter at this point of time, because if you just look at the scale of the property itself, it's tremendously large, and this is not the largest one yet. So a little bit of story when I came in is that my security, the security actually stopped me from filming because it's very sensitive to security issues. It means only that there's a lot of VIPs staying here, and I don't doubt so, because if you look at the cars and the profile of people waiting outside, which is all drivers, then you will know that a lot of big shots are staying here. Despite that, that's why I'm unable to show footage of the entire entrance from the gate to the unit itself, because it will jeopardize their security. However, it's just crazy. I think this is the first time I film in a bathtub, and it's now time for Sean Take 3 on 3. 3 things I like. Number 1 is actually the location. The location of Bukit, Pantai, Bangsar. This is the old school premium areas where I think 8 years ago, this was the area where rich people live. So this has a lot of upside to it, and even by staying in projects like this, you will know that your neighbors are all mostly big shots. Number 2 would be the architectural part of it, where the window designs and the space and scale, and it's just so grandeur, right? When you come in, there's a lot of daylight, there's no corners, it's very straightforward, but then it's the color scheme like white and timber flooring, and the daylighting just enhances everything. So 2007, it's very big. It's a semi-D on air, but imagine this, semi-Ds are always 2 stories, but if you put it on a condo, it's actually 1 story without the staircase. That makes it even bigger. Third thing would be the price itself. Currently, it's going for 2 million, meaning 2,700 square feet is around 2 million for sale. That's why I was very like, why? Because in such a location, it's should be more than 1,000 ringgit per square feet. However, it's now only going like 700 over per square feet. This is because of the neighboring hospital. So if you like hospital or you like to seek medical attention, what I noticed is that in this building itself, we were just walking around. There's a lot of Guaylo, there's a lot of mat sallehs, and there are a lot of assisted living people where they really seek medical attention a lot, and there's a lot of people using the gym as well. So these are the profile of people that you can get at the level of communities. So, but at that price, I think it's a good bargain. 3 things that I don't like would be the congestion caused by the hospital. I don't actually hate the hospital being next to it, but the fact that the entrance is right next to the entrance of the apartment. So if I could do anything about it, then it would be, I think it would straight away jack up the price of this project immediately. Point number 2 would be the facility itself. Unlike modern facilities that are given in the market right now, this project seems to be pretty basic. Swimming pool, gym, dance room, pavilions for outdoors, and that's about it at the ground floor level. So there's nothing much at the higher level, unlike modern one where we have only small spaces, but we want to fill space, so we only have no choice but to go to the common facilities. That's why modern developers are now putting in a lot more effort on the facilities itself compared to old school projects like this. Number 3 would be the perception and the feel of people towards having a hospital next to the building. Chinese do not like buildings facing public buildings because there's energy, there's too much energy. So if your house actually main door faces a school, faces a police station, or directly face a hospital, usually we will not prefer a property like this because of the energy that we affect. So purely it's because there's a lot of people. When there's a lot of people, there's no peace, there's no harmony, right? So indirectly it will affect our mood and our energy for the day to take on challenges. So we have just finished visited the property, and you can actually feel that the noise of the main entrance itself, it's so busy, right? Let me just show you guys. It's so busy, and another good thing is that the security are always on the resident, on the visitor. Where I put a visitor tag, right? People keep following me around, and they are very responsible. They refuse to allow you to take photographs that will jeopardize the. There are also CCTVs on the perimeter, right? So these are securities and measures to actually protect the residents, and I would be very irresponsible if I were to show too much. So I'm sorry guys for those audience at home to not reveal too much of the public areas. They're just glimpses of it and photographs of it. I think that's all for this episode. Like it, share it, and if you really want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys soon. Ciao.